So Handmaid's Tale Season 2 is finally premiered, and it starts with a bang. But maybe not in the way you totally expect. It continues right from where it left off, which I love. Offred's in the car, we don't know where this is going, and of course it ends in something bad. This is the Handmaid's Tale, people, you know this is how this goes. But it felt refreshing, it didn't feel like a retread of last season. It was really kind of world building here, and I love the first scene because they're in Fenway Park, and having an iconic stadium like that really makes you feel what the world is like in this show. This is a place people have joy and they go to see baseball, and now it's just this empty place where there is some serious mental torture going on here of these handmaids. And what was really effective about this first scene is when they put all the handmaids right near the nooses and put it around their necks, they didn't just go for shock value and kill a bunch and then keep some alive. They just had you on suspense, and they actually did what was realistic and let you really feel the dread Offred was feeling in that moment, and made you wonder if some of these handmaids actually wanted to be hung there at that point, which is really sad. And then to get that tease, then Aunt Lydia to come out, her hateable ways and her speeches, and she's really putting her foot down now. She is pissed about them not killing Janine when they were told to. But Elisabeth Moss, I don't know many actresses who could pull this off. She's the perfect casting for this role, and they let her have this scene. They let her show her emotions and total fear really well. And you needed that in the scene, or the scene probably wouldn't have worked as well as it did. And then you gotta love how Aunt Lydia finds out that Offred is pregnant, so that's gonna keep her alive. But then Aunt Lydia has the other handmaids out holding out stones in the pouring rain for a long time, and you know it's cold. And she brings them back in, has Offred eating soup, kind of rubbing it in everybody's face in a way, making Offred feel terrible. And I don't know if Aunt Lydia was trying to make them mad at Offred or what. We'll see if that causes some kind of controversy as well. And Aunt Lydia brings Alma, aka Off Robert, into the kitchen and puts her hand at the stove as punishment. So brutal. And I felt terrible. I love Alma. Side note, I interviewed her. You can check that interview out on my channel. But it was just crazy to watch, and they're all getting punished for keeping Janine alive and not stoning her, which is just terrible. Now, I was really excited to see my favorite character, Serena Joy, here visit Offred in the hospital, and she's still just as psychotic as we left her. The best part was she's telling Offred, stop trying to be smart, and is just giving it to her, talking her down. And then when she sees the scan of her future baby, she comes over to Offred and is like, God bless you. So psychotic. Really mean one minute, really nice the other when she gets what she wants. And the backstory here was really interesting with Offred and her husband, because it really showed more into what was happening the days before this takeover. Most interesting being when he said, I have to sign up for your birth control. And then she's getting talked to by a nurse about how she takes care of her kid and asked why she isn't home with the kid. It really shows you politically how even little things like that can happen to society, to women specifically, can mean a lot bigger things down the line, like Gilead, and that they shouldn't be taken lightly. I think that's what the message here this episode is trying to put across in the backstory. I thought it was really effective. Opened my eyes to it for sure. I mean, that might be something someone scoffs at, like, oh yeah, my husband's got to sign off on that, but why? What is the reason? What is the end game here? Really interesting stuff, and it was all red flags that people in society at the time should have been taking way more seriously to prevent this eventual uprising of Gilead. And then we see Nick has June find the key. She gets out. I love that she cuts her hair. And the best part of this episode to me was when she cuts the tracker out of her ear and it's all gory coming down. Crazy stuff. It really showed how much of a trooper and survivor Offred is, and what humans will do to keep going even in this most dreadful situation. And it really paid off and worked here. It's a great ending to a great premiere. I'm gonna give this episode an 8.5. Please let me know what you thought down below the episode. I respond to everybody. I also reviewed episode 2, so check that out as well. And check out my interview with Alma from Handmaid's Tale. Please subscribe. I will be posting my reviews to every episode of Handmaid's Tale this season, so you don't want to miss that, and I'll see you next time.